Hey there, fellow bakers. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Things from Scratch. Today, I'm diving into the science behind two kitchen essentials, baking soda and baking powder. These two ingredients might look similar, but they play very different roles in your baking adventures. Have you ever wondered what sets them apart? Why do some recipes call for baking soda while others require baking powder? Let's unravel this mystery together. Well, let's break it down. Understanding the difference can make a huge impact on your baking results. First up, baking soda. Baking soda, or sodium bicarbonate, is a pure chemical compound. It's a base, which means it needs an acid to activate. It's mined from natural deposits and then refined. This process ensures that the baking soda you use is pure and effective. When mixed with an acid, like vinegar or lemon juice, it produces carbon dioxide gas. This reaction is what makes your baked goods rise. This gas forms bubbles in your batter, making it rise and giving your baked goods that light and fluffy texture. It's like magic happening right in your mixing bowl. Pretty cool, right? It's amazing how a simple chemical reaction can transform your baking. Now, onto baking powder. Baking powder is actually a mixture of baking soda, an acid, and a starch. This combination makes it a versatile leavening agent. The acid is usually cream of tartar, and the starch is often cornstarch. These ingredients work together to create the perfect rise in your baked goods. The magic here is that baking powder is double acting. This means it reacts twice, once when it gets wet and again when it gets hot. So your cakes and muffins get an extra lift in the oven. This double action ensures a consistent rise and a perfect texture every time. So how is baking powder made? Let's take a closer look at the process. It starts similarly to baking soda, with sodium bicarbonate. This is the base ingredient that provides the leavening power. Next, manufacturers add the acid and starch to balance out the reaction. The acid ensures that the baking powder will react when needed, and the starch keeps everything dry and clump-free. The starch helps keep the other ingredients dry and clump-free. And voila! You've got baking powder ready to go. It's a carefully balanced formula that ensures perfect results. So, why do some recipes call for one and not the other? It's all about the chemistry of your ingredients. It's all about the other ingredients in your recipe. The presence or absence of acidic ingredients determines which leavening agent you should use. Baking soda needs an acid to activate, so if your recipe includes something acidic like buttermilk or yogurt, use baking soda. This ensures that the baking soda will react and help your batter rise. But if your recipe doesn't have an acidic ingredient, baking powder is your go-to. It contains its own acid, so it doesn't need any help to get the job done. Remember, these two aren't interchangeable. Swapping one for the other can mess up the chemistry of your recipe. Swapping one for the other can mess up the chemistry of your recipe. Always follow the instructions and measure carefully to ensure the best results. Always follow the instructions and measure carefully. Precision is key in baking, and understanding your ingredients makes all the difference. And there you have it. The science behind baking soda and baking powder. The science behind baking soda and baking powder. Next time you bake, you'll know exactly what's happening in that mixing bowl. Next time you bake, you'll know exactly what's happening in that mixing bowl. You'll be able to troubleshoot any issues and achieve perfect results every time. Thanks for watching and happy baking. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Things from Scratch for more baking tips and science. See you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Things from Scratch for more baking tips and science. See you next time.